Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we start our season, both games away from home, and we start life in the Championship. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 103 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have the opening the opening day of the Championship season against Preston End at Deepdale, and then we stay up north for the Carabao Cup first round against League One Bolton Wanderers at the Bolton Wanderers Stadium. I don't know what stadium's called now, Smart, something or other. But there it is. One thing I did forget to do in the last episode, and my apologies, did say I was going to change the kits. I have changed them, and I will leave you that link again. If you want to change your kits in your save, how to do it. And of course, the other thing you can do, if you've got two kits in your save and you want to put a third kit in, there's also a video of how to get your third kit in. Albeit, I can't fathom out why we don't see a lot of the third kit, and it's always the away kit that we don't seem to see a lot of. We've seen the first and the third kits, but not the second kit. I need to work out what it is that's preventing the game from selecting the other kit, but I'm sure it will become apparent, and if it does, I will make a video about it. And don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series, let me know what you like to see more of here on the channel, and you can always follow me on X at JustOffside2, which will keep you up to date with everything that is going on. Right, let's get into it, because it's all happening. I can tell you there's no other transfer news. In fact, let's go into the transfer. Jess Derry was the last player in, and Mavris was the last player out. We were fairly close to the start of the season, to be fair, so nothing really happening with regards to that. I can just give you a bit of an update on the medical centre. Wakachu is going to be out for this game. He pulled a hamstring. He was out for about a week or so, so we've played a bit since then, but he's going to be out for 3 days. Adamson and Derry coming back from little knocks in pre-season, which is always likely to happen, of course. So that is something that we've got to be careful of as we go in. So yeah. I don't know. There is a great deal else to tell you, really. I think we just want to get in and get on with it and see how we can perform against the Championship sides, don't we? As I said, Championship is never an easy league to get out of in real life, and I'm sure Football Manager will be the same. Let's go and see if we can do something. It's 23 degrees. It's going to be hot at Deepdale as well. 4th of August, first day of the season, and we face Preston. Let's go and see the team that will face Preston for this one. So here we are, match day 1 on Sky Bet Championship. Weymouth playing their first game in the Championship, and this is the side that will face and could go down in history. The side that will face Preston End in our first ever game in the Championship. Virginia is in goal. It's G. Olsen and debutant DeBeo in the defensive line. Johnson is to the left and also making his debut. On the right is Henry Lawrence on the right side of that defence. So Grady Mackham between them two. And then it's Patterson and Adamson playing as the wide attackers. And of course, Adamson effectively making his full debut for us, albeit, of course, he was here on loan. And then Zingo is between them. And Ross Stewart makes his debut up front as the target forward. He's in because Wakachu are injured and will be out, possibly back for the Carabao Cup game. Hopefully he will be on the bench today. Also making a debut if he's not likely to come on, but hopefully he's not likely to come on. Ben Winterbottom is our substitute goalkeeper, and then it's Will Armitage, Candlish, Holman, Lependa, Derry, Darcy, Frenson, and Jebison. Here we are at Deepdale then. Glennie is their manager. They're playing a 4-4-2 today. Formation that's thwarted us on occasions. Let's hope it doesn't today. We will see the league table. It means absolutely nothing because nobody's played or done anything as it currently stands. Preston North End playing in white today. And first highlight is to them. DeBeo overstepping that one. Finds Stewart. Patterson. Johnson to O'Grady Macken. G is creating a bit of space. Cuts it back. And Ross Stewart gets his first goal of the season. And in 4 minutes, we take a lead at Deepdale. And it was pretty much out of defence. We won the ball back. And G doing a running right across the pitch, cuts it back, and Ross Stewart just had to put it away. Question whether he was offside or not. No, defender just playing him on. We'll just look to the build-up of that goal. DeBeo had it, and it was Nzingo that overstepped the ball and gave it away to Campbell. And it was here, DeBeo winning it off of Briggs, hang on a minute, Biggs, put Biggs off, and the ball through to Lawrence, and he found Stewart in midfield, out wide to Patterson, and the rest we know. Johnson cut it inside O'Grady Macken. G, as he cut across the face of goal, the defence trying to keep him at bay, but he managed to get it in for Stewart. Good goal. And Preston have it again, 8 minutes on the clock now. Cisse nearly cut out. Again, Lawrence trying to get a foot in. And Riley's around his man. And this is what we got to be careful of. Into Moran. And it was well cut out. I don't think Yale Virginia would have say there, but that man, Billy G, he got a boot in and put it wide. Moran with the corner. 9 minutes on the clock. This one to the edge of the area, but Lawrence is there. Patterson now breaks out. We got a rush on, and Patterson, he's been brought down right on there. Free kick it will be, and Preston not getting it all their own way, but this was very good. O'Reilly, and he opened it up for Moran. A question whether he was offside there, actually, I think. But G coming across. Yale Virginia spreads himself, but G gets a boot in. 27 minutes on the clock. And, Stewart off his feet. And that is going to be a sending off. There is no ifs and buts and maybes. We're down to 10. Yep, straight red. He was off his feet. And that you cannot do. And that sending off of Ross Stewart makes life difficult. Really could have done without that. That's not the way to start it off. So, how are we going to do this? Is Travis Patterson, somebody's unfortunate, has got to come off. And what we've done is we've taken Travis Patterson off. We moved Adamson over to the left. Then Zingo is on the right. And we've brought Jebison in attack up front. And we've just got to hope that Jebison can do the business. We have a free kick on 31. Adamson, it's gone direct, but it's over the top. Another free kick, 36 minutes on. Adamson again. This one might be a little bit more in range for him. Can he put it away? Quite sure what's going on here. He's not. He's cut it inside, and then Zingo puts it away. His first goal of the season. That one off of the training ground. And goodness me, we take a 2-goal lead on 37 minutes, down to 10 men. It was obvious something was going on because O'Grady Mackin was standing right in front of him. And half-time arrives, and, well, we've got a 2-goal lead and down to 10 men, having had Ross Stewart sent off for a diabolical free kick. He's going to get extra for that. Off his feet, ploughed in. Didn't have to do it. We weren't looking as if we were under any pressure at all. 4 shots, 2 on target, 1.33, 69% of the possession. They've had 3 shots, nothing on target to date, 0.63 and 31% of the possession. We're good for our first half lead, but we expect it to be difficult in the second half, especially as the game wears on and we get tired. And we're down to 10 men. Nothing much happened so far in this first half. 57 on the clock, and a throw in for us. Olsen has the ball. He has Deepdale inside him. Deepdale's going all the way back to Yale, Virginia. Olsen. And he's got Deepdale out wide again. He's got Nzingo in front of him. And Nzingo comes back, goes back to Olsen. Just very steady build up. Lawrence. Deepdale through to Lawrence. Oh, and the ball given away. And that was exactly what we don't want. Proctor gets this ball forward. O'Reilly, we're outnumbered a little bit at the back. And that's gone wide. Nice ball forward. And O'Reilly tucks it in. Moran hits it first time. But he's got all his angles completely wrong. And with 75 minutes on the clock, we're making 3 changes at this juncture in time. Henry Lawrence is off, replaced by Jack Coleman. Grady Mackin is tiring. He's had a good day out there. Lapenda comes on to replace him. And Glory Nzingo, who started out as the number 10 effectively, has gone out wide. He's been replaced for debutant Jesse Derry, who comes on as the wide attacker. And with 89 minutes on the clock, making our final change, James Deepdale, who's had a good day in defence alongside G and Olsen. Will Armitage comes on to replace him. And it's an opening day win for us, despite being down to 10 men on 28 minutes. We added to our early lead on 4 minutes. And Preston never looked like they were going to get back in it, albeit they did come back at us. 9 shots, 3 on target, 1.91, but only 31% of the possession. Bear in mind, we had 10 men, 69% of the possession. It does make you wonder what we would have done had we not been down to 10 men. We had 7 shots, 2 of which were on target, scored in both of them, 1.46. Well, what can I say? But Billy G pulling out a top draw performance today. 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, an assist. He did everything but score. And it's a good start to the season for him. And I have to say, our debutants, including Ross Stewart, it was just disappointing that he made that tackle, which got him sent off. Well, it means absolutely nothing. It's so early in the season, but we've got off to a splendid start despite being down to 10 men, which well, what can you say? Really didn't give us much of a chance, but we certainly did a cracking job on Preston North End. Birmingham drawing 3-3 with Plymouth on their return to the Championship. And Derby County, the other promoted side, winning 2-1 against Coventry. Sheffield United losing 4-1, having been relegated from the Premier League. Bournemouth beating Queen's Park Rangers by 3-0 as they play their first game as they've dropped out of the Premier League. And the other game that has been played, Burnley... No, that was the playoff final. I'm just looking for who else came down. Bournemouth. Notts Forest, that's who came down. They beat Barnsley by 2-1. That's how the opening day games have been played. Burnley and Watford still to play. But as it stands, we are in 5th place with a bunch of teams that obviously have won on the opening day of the season. Table means absolutely diddly squat right at this juncture in time. Right, going to come back just ahead of match day against Bolton. It's out on Tuesday, and we face Bolton at the Tough Sheets Community Stadium. I couldn't remember what it was called earlier. In the first round of the Carabao Cup. Can we have a better ascent in this cup this season? We'll come back just ahead of the game and find out. So, having survived our opening day of the season with a 2-0 win against Preston and down to 10 men on half an hour roughly, today we stay up north and we face Bolton Wanderers in the EFL Cup first round at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Let's have a look at the team that will face them. And here we are at Bolton for this Carabao Cup first round. Got through to the second round last year, of course, having got through, I think, on the first round on penalties, and then faced Southampton and lost to them on penalties. Let's hope it doesn't go to penalties today. Much prefer it without penalties, if that's at all possible. One change to our starting lineup over the game against Bolton, and that is because Stewart adds that sending off in that game, so Wakachu replaces him. He coming back from injury, so the team looks like this. Virginia in goal. G, Olsen and DeBeo are the defensive line. Johnson and Lawrence start as the wing backs. O'Grady Mackin between them. Patterson and Adamson are the wide attackers, with Nzingo sat behind Wakachu. And then on the bench today, Winterbottom, Armitage, Candlish, Holman, Lependa, Derry, Darcy, Friedson and Jebison. And here we are. Bolton Norgard is their manager, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. In League One, of course, this season. Bolton. And we play in our usual formation. Shake hands before the teams come onto the pitch. And we have a highlight from kickoff. Bolton get us underway. And it's Burstow back to Oliver. Saunders. Santos. Oliver. And that's cut out by O'Grady Mackin. DeBeo. Adamson. Nice first touch. And he's got round his man, but he's given that ball away to Furlong. Just didn't have complete control on it. And we've won that ball back again. Lawrence getting the ball in. He goes forward. Adamson has cut inside, but poor ball from Adamson. That's two poor balls from Adamson. O'Grady Mackin winning that ball back. And, Johnson, O'Grady Mackin inside to G. Adamson. Oof, goalkeeper had to make a save. And that last highlight did look like the goalkeeper had taken it over the line, but hey-oh. Olsen through to Nzingo, who's caught in the tackle, and we've won the ball back. Adamson, Wakachu. Adamson comes forward. Cross this ball in, boy. He's crossed it in. And Patterson. Who was it stepped over? We'll have to have a look and see who it was stepped over. But Patterson getting his first goal of the season. And we take a lead after 8 minutes. Nice move. Wakachu. Adamson. All he had to do was get to the byline. Crosses it in. So who's this at the near post? It's Nzingo at the near post. He sort of thwarts the defender, stops, and Patterson is behind him and puts it away. And on 22 minutes, we seem to be having a bit of bad luck to start this season, because Glory Nzingo has picked up a foot injury. Hopefully it's not too bad, but he's coming off. And, well, we're going to bring on Franderson, and we should probably bring on Darcy, but Franderson has been brought in to replace him. So, for the moment, he's the best player in there. That's who's going to take up that position behind Wakachu. Half-time has arrived, devoid of highlights in that second period of the first half. But as it stands, they have the bulk of the possession, which is unusual for us because we tend to be possession-minded, but they've got 60% of the possession, but it hasn't done them any good up until now. They've had only one shot, and that not on target, a 0.17. We've had 7 shots, 3 on target, 1.36, and 40% of the possession. I think all we need is a bit more possession in the second half, and convert our chances. 49 minutes on the clock. Ball to Adamson, coming out from defence. Adamson on a bit of a run. What's he going to do with this? Is he going to cut inside to Friedensson? O'Grady Macken through to Adamson. Oh, Wakachu off of the post, and I think he was offside anyway. Good move. And Brandenson getting into the play. Had O'Grady Macken behind him. It was a good move. And Adamson picking the ball up here, but Wakachu just gone too early. And with 66 minutes on the clock, we are going to make 2 more changes. Of course, the first one was enforced, but these 2 are not. Henry Lawrence comes off. He's not had a good day. Jack Holman comes on to replace him. And Stefan Adamson has had a good day. Well, he's just tiring. He's had 2 very good games out there. And Jesse Derry comes on to replace him. The highlight starts with a crossed ball in, of which Ward captures it. But DeBeo wins that ball. Derry, but it was a poor ball, but the ball's equally as bad. Derry has a go. Can he cross this into the area? He can. Wakachu! First goal of the season. And we take a 2-goal lead on 71 minutes. And I think, unless we really go crash here, think that is enough again. Derry winning that, losing it and winning it back. Hung it up for Wakachu and put it away. And with 76 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes. James DeBeo has had a good day, but he is tiring. Will Armitage replaces him. And our final change, our usual change, O'Grady Macken, who's tiring. He's had a good time out there. Lependa comes on to replace him. 79 o'clock. Johnson with a throw into Lependa. Back to Johnson. Johnson comes across field. What's he going to do? He's got Armitage inside him. Armitage, who's come on, of course. Out to Holman, who's wide. Also another player, and it's into the area. And Jesse Derry gets his first goal for us. And on 80 minutes, we take a 3-goal lead, and that is job over. All we need to do now is keep a clean sheet. And we've had what can only be classed, apart from a sending off and an injury, a perfect start to our season. Corner, Derry with the corner. It's deep back post. Looking for Armitage, didn't find him. Franson is out there. Franson gives the ball away, wins it back. Lependa has G inside him. Referee getting in the way. Derry cross it in. Wakachu couldn't bring it down. And Franson doing very, very well. G, who's absolutely special again. Derry into the area. Derry's looking good. And Wakachu just over the top. It's all over. We've kept another clean sheet. And as I say, apart from an injury to Nzingo and the sending off to Ross Stewart, an almost perfect start to the season. We're through to the second round, which means we'll have a draw for the second round of the Carabao Cup ahead of the next episode. But we had 18 shots, 8 of which were on target, 3.30, 42%. That was the only thing we didn't have was possession, but it didn't really matter. They had 3 shots, 2 on target in the end, 0.32 and 58% of the possession. As you see from down here, they only had, 15, 20 minutes of the game, if that. So it was a good win. We're through to the second round this season, convincingly. Well, we come back with news that Glory Nzingo is going to be out for 3 to 6 weeks with a twisted ankle. And I think that means that we've got to move fairly swiftly for a replacement attacking midfielder, because we haven't really got anybody else there that's probably of the quality of Glorine and Zingo. And that's disappointment here. Adds him to the list, and it means that we've got Amika Peters and Glorine and Zingo out injured at the moment, which is bad news. We need to have a look at the squad and see what we've got to sort of put in their place, really. Not quite sure when the draw is. Let's have a quick look if we can. We need to go in here. EFL Cup first round schedule. The second round draw is coming up on Thursday the 9th. So we will have that draw offline. We'll start the next episode with the draw for the second round. The second round will be played on the week beginning the 27th of August. So a couple of weeks away yet before that comes up. In fact, we can probably see where that game, there it is, at the end of the month after the Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth games, which I think changes up what we were planning to do slightly. So we're going to play Stoke offline. We're going to come back from Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest being one of the relegated sides, and we'll back that up with another game, this time against Bournemouth, who were also an affiliate side until this season. Obviously playing in the same league, you can't have affiliates of the same league. And we will have the Carabao Cup second round. So that's coming up in due course. That's what we'll be looking at, as I say, Stoke offline, then Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest in the next episode. I hope you will join me for that. I don't think there's anything else to tell you. I don't think we can really go through the other scores. We could go through the other scores just quickly, just have a look and see what the other score lines. There's lots of games and not all of them have been played, so maybe we won't. We'll come back for that competition. Nottingham Forest have beaten Wickham, though, so one scoreline there that I can see of Great Ilk. And is Bournemouth in there? Can't see Bournemouth. Oh yes, they are. They lost to Preston 3-1. We beat Preston. That must mean quite good things for us, or at least I hope it does. We will see in due course, no doubt. Right, that's it. We'll be back for the Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest games in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, then leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what's going on, because hitting the notification button will keep you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Going Dutch, as they are released. And by leaving me a comment, of course, lets me know what you like, what you'd like to see more of here on the channel. New episodes, Bottom to the Top, released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 104. It's out on Tuesday. Until then, have yourselves a great weekend, and what a great start to the season it's been. See you Tuesday or Monday for the other series, of course. Bye-bye.